What's up, everyone? It's Chicks in the Office with Rhea and Fran, giving you that Friday energy on a Friday. Woo! Yeah, Friday. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what?
What?
You were asking. You felt like I was being kind of weird before.
You weren't being
recorded.
yourself.
Yeah.
You were talking about coming in pants
Right.
and saying raunchy things, and it seemed odd.
Okay, so
She called us bitches.
Yeah, I did.
She called us bitches. She
well,
did
it was
do
in
that.
It was
in a loving way.
It was like,
endearing.
let's go, bitches, up to court.
I
Okay.
love it, but
Yeah.
I was confused.
Now, I did not know when you asked, you're like, what's going on? I was like, I don't know. Now it just hit me, like, because I'm sitting here recording with you. I haven't seen anyone in a long time. Like, this is my first time out of my apartment. Like, I had to quarantine and test No, I wasn't.
You didn't come into the office yesterday?
No.
You ended up not coming?
No. I had no reason to after.
Oh, I thought you had shit to do.
No.
You had a meeting?
This is not? I did it virtually. Well, this is the thing. I got my rapid test yesterday, and it was negative, so I'm good to go.
Okay.
But then I waited for my PCR test I got this morning, also negative. So then I was like, now I'm totally fine with coming back to work. But it was. And that's why
this is making sense.
That's
yes.
I couldn't realize it's like I've literally been in my apartment with no one.
You've been all
This is my first human reaction in quite some time, so that's why.
Welcome.
Hey,
let me shake your hand.
Yeah.
It's great to see you.
Nice to see you.
You're the only person's hand I like to shake.
Thanks. We have delicate hands. That's why.
You got pretty hands. Yeah. I'm comfortable with you.
What about Trent's meaty hands?
I've never shook
why
them.
would
why
you?
would you?
Yeah.
I've been trying not to talk about them because people were getting mad at me. They were like, Rhea, stop talking about Trent. It's not nice. Fuck off. First of all, you tell me that's not nice. Fuck off. Second,
I wasn't saying that's an insult.
No,
I feel like
I've never
people just
shaken them
don't even
before.
really shake hands
Should
anymore.
I get Trent to come in here?
Well,
and
one
just shake
because
his hand?
pandemic, but
Text-
two, like
text Trent to come in here and say we just.
He is here. He was at his desk before.
Fran, can you shake his
Should
as
I
well?
just not tell him why? Just
No,
tell him
don't
to
tell
come
him
you're
why.
gonna have
Just say,
to
come into the room.
So these the podcast rooms, the doors don't lock properly. So like, if people don't know you're recording, they just open the door mid while you're recording. So Rhea kind of barricaded us in here, so we're gonna have to take those down.
Noah will take him down. Don't tell him why we're doing it. We'll each shake his hand,
okay.
and then afterwards,
Now
we
I feel
will
like my hand's
both
gonna
say,
get,
"Yeah,
my
mine's
hand's
getting
like
sweaty
already
because
starting to
mine's
get
about-
clammy.
When he comes
thinking
in, make
about
sure
it.
he like
He's in
walks
the
far
middle?
enough so we can see him.
Okay, and then when we're both done, I'll shake, you'll shake.
Okay.
And
He's
then
coming.
we will both say yes or no, whether we think they feel meaty. But
Okay.
don't say yes, they're meaty, or no, let's not tell him what we're doing.
Okay.
No, you can cut all this waiting out.
I have a pretty strong grip when it comes. I'm gonna give him a good grip.
Let me check
Practice.
your grip. Oh my God, you do.
Firm
And
handshake.
you got tiny
Yeah,
little
strong hands.
Yeah.
I started to, you know when you really are by yourself for a long time?
Yeah.
Is when, like, last night my hand froze, like, in the way that I hold my phone, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, Trent.
Hey, Trent.
Could you
Can you
just
come here
pop
for a
in
second?
right in the
the
center,
middle.
right in between
Or
us,
behind
or behind us,
Right here, over here.
Okay.
Oh
boy.
Okay.
Okay.
And
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How's it going?
Oh no, it's good.
What's going on right now?
I would say no.
I would also say no.
That was pleasant. You have a good handshake.
Thank you.
We gave each other a handshake, and we both were like, we've never done this. And then Noah we said we had nice hands, dainty hands.
Yeah.
And Noah was like, well, how would you think shaking Trent's hands would be? And I said, we don't know. So
Yeah.
now we know, and that was nice. A good firm handshake.
Yeah, you have a good firm handshake.
Yeah, I don't like to be too aggressive, but I also don't want to be too
Right. And we
soft.
were wondering because Noah brought up the meaty thing. I was trying to stay away from that just because they get offended when I bring that up about you. Whatever, that's besides the point. But they don't feel that. They feel you have a nice firm handshake.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye, Trent.
We must sanitize now.
I'll get it right now.
Thank you. It was also a nice little Chicks in the Office ad right there, since Trent is wearing our sweatshirt. If anybody wants
if anybody wants to buy those.
Yeah,
that's
if
good.
wants to get some merch. All right.
Well, people are.
Do you think Trent deep down is like, that was stupid? Like why did they make me come in here? Like, he's acting all nice
I'm
about
sure
it.
he does.
He's like,
Yeah.
I was working and
yeah.
No, I actually don't.
No, he really
I feel like
doesn't.
they're very used to this. I'm going to double sanitize. I feel like that people here are used to that kind of thing, getting called in for stupid shit.
Yeah.
Fran, how are you doing today? Obviously, you
Good
know, you said
now.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Honestly, pretty good now. Yeah. I've just, like I said, and I've talked about it every freaking episode, I've been barreling through television. Like Real Housewives of New York, I've just watched so much of from the early days. Now I'm on season 8. So like I'm just really going through it. I have fallen into Bravo land. And you know what? And I think we may have talked about this very early on in the podcast, that I didn't really watch a lot of Bravo shows because I knew once I did, I was going to be hooked. I'd be watching everything. There'd be like no holding me back. I would be way too invested. Yeah. And I was like, I watched too much TV already to do that. But now it's too late. Like now I'm in. Like I am watching.
You're a Bravo maniac.
Yeah, I don't really watch. I also don't ever really watch TV when it's on. I watch The Bachelor at 8 p.m. on Mondays. And everything else, I catch up on or on apps or on Hulu or whatever. I'm finding myself tuning in at the time the show is on Bravo TV and actually watching it live. Like Real Housewives of New Jersey, I had to watch live. It went right into the Salt Lake City reunion part 3. Watch that. And then guess what? I went right into Watch What Happens Live with Melissa Gorga. I had to watch that too.
I think we're both on the same page because we've both been crushing Watch What Happens Live episodes too. We're watching Bravo live. And then tonight we got Summer House. I know. It's Thursday when we're recording. I know. Exactly. We got Summer House tonight.
Exactly. So I'll be watching once again live.
Yeah. And we'll be texting about it.
Was John Mayer on Watch What Happens Live this week? Was that when he talked? I thought that Britney Spears thing was on. Like they were like he told Watch What Happens Live.
I don't know.
I didn't article, but I didn't see any videos. I didn't see him on it.
Yeah.
Sometimes he goes on his radio show, I think. So
it could have been. It could have been Sirius.
Yeah.
Could have been Andy's Sirius show.
Shout out John Mayer. Free Britney.
Just a random shout out to John Mayer.
Shout out my guy.
Shout out John Mayer. Yeah. No, I just wanted to get that in there.
Oh my gosh. That last comment was not made on John's on Watch What Happens Live.
It said Watch What Happens Live.
It did in the Pop Crave tweet.
There was probably radio show then. I feel like John Mayer framing. Let's see and you know what, he was right. It says this is the headline: framing Britney Spears made me realize my male privilege. Oh, it was the radio show. In a chat with Andy Cohen on Sirius XM's Radio Andy this week, he said that he almost cried 5 times while watching framing Britney Spears. He said to go through this and come out the other side okay is to have infinite grace for those who struggle with it. I came out okay. I have a very strong feeling that part of that is because I'm a man. And I have a very strong feeling that a lot of these things that happen to female performers is endemic to being female.
There you
Shout
go.
out John Mayer, like Noah said.
Yeah, shout out John Mayer. Although people were pissed at them. They were like, well, that's not how you treated Jessica Simpson and Taylor Swift and everybody else.
That's exactly what I said to Noah after we were recording the group chat. He was like, did you guys see that? And I was like, yeah, I did.
It's one. You know what?
No, it's better that he says this now and comes to this realization than never realizing it ever.
This is like what I said during the Justin Timberlake thing, where nobody says it until they're called out for it. Whereas like John Mayer is now like, this has nothing to do with him, and he's like, I realize.
Yeah.
Yep. I got treated this way because I'm a man.
Right.
Noah's like, yep, that's my guy.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
That is my guy.
Yeah.
Oh man. Little GB update for us.
Gabby is a bitch.
Still in there.
Gabby's a real bitch. I know.
Still in there.
I don't want to continuously talk about
GB
but I don't want
you
people
did
to
say
be like
you needed to get it.
Yeah.
Just
I'll give
timeline wise update people.
I'll give everyone a quick update on what's happening with her. I went to the hospital yesterday to try to swindle them into taking out my gallbladder immediately. Yeah. Like I thought if I showed up to the hospital, they would be like, like when people show up, I thought they'd be like, she needs emergency surgery. Let's get this bitch out. Done.
Right.
So I had that set in my head.
Meredith Grey was like about to take out your gallbladder.
No joke. I was like, this is it. I texted all of you. I told everyone in the office. I was like, I'm going to because I came to work and I still was like having trouble walking. I was in pain, and everyone was like, you don't seem right. Like you should go to the hospital. I was like, I shouldn't I? I've been thinking about this since Saturday. I have a meeting, not a meeting, an appointment next week to decide when to get this out or whatever, consultation. What if I just go to the hospital and they just take it out for me ASAP? Yeah. So I'm like, listen, I'm going to go to the hospital and I'm going to try to make them do this. So I go to the hospital. I'm like crying in pain. And now part of it is real. Like I was actually in pain. Yeah. And then the other part of me was like, you need to sell this to them. Like you really need to put on a show at the hospital for them to take out this gallbladder.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Didn't work.
It did not work. They
They've
didn't even
seen
give
fools
me
like you a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
What if you were like yelling, like,
Yo, they didn't even give me a single drug. I was in tears. I was crying, bent over when I was in line to like fill out my thing. I crouched over. They were like, "Do you need a wheelchair?" I was like, "Oh, one might be nice." Like I was
wait,
like,
did you get a wheelchair?
yeah, I was
Oh,
like
shit.
really selling it. It hurt, but like not
Yeah.
to the extent that I was showing the hospital. They do an ultrasound again, even though I got one the day before, and they come out of the ultrasound. They're like, "Listen, it's not an emergency. You know, everything's fine. Your gallbladder is not infected. Like,
Yeah.
it's not going to, like, explode in your body.
Yeah.
And, like, you should have the consultation next week and figure it out from there."
Right. Basically, you just kind of have to live with the pain.
Yeah,
for a
they were
little
like,
bit.
you just got to wait it out. It's not urgent. I start crying. I'm like, I'm just so frustrated. Like, I just want them to take it out. Like, I just can't believe it. It's been years I've been living with this pain. They're like, we know, but if you take Tylenol, and when somebody tells me to take Tylenol, I get so pissed off. I'm like, the Tylenol's not going to do shit for me.
Yeah.
Okay, the Tylenol doesn't even work for my headaches. I have to take Excedrin migraine. I need to level up.
Yep.
Tylenol doesn't work for me.
Yep.
And so they send me home with like the packet. They tell me I'm fine. But then they send me home with the packet of information that says I have this thing called biliary colic and gallstones, that like my gallbladder spasms, and that's why my stomach hurts. And then they call me again today for a follow-up. They're like, you know, you do have sludge on your gallbladder. That is true, but you know, you just have to have the consultation.
Yeah.
So I'm okay. I get it. You
Right,
know,
you gotta-
I
you
went
gotta-
there.
you need to see
I
the
get it. I
surgeon.
get it.
You need
I
to
gotta
see the
talk. I gotta see the
specialist.
surgeon
Yep,
next
yep.
week. You're not gonna take it out today.
Yep.
When she told me at the hospital that they talked to the surgeon to see if I should get it taken out yesterday, and the surgeon was like, "It's not urgent." You would have thought they told me that my mom died. I was like crying. Some people would be happy to hear that news. I was
Right.
crying hysterically because I was just so frustrated that I just spent 4 hours in the hospital
Yeah.
trying to trick them into taking it out.
You've
And
also
they were
just
like,
been.
"No."
You just have the stomach pains are nonstop.
No,
for
there's
you.
nonstop. So I was just, the frustration built up
Yeah.
in me. And the guy who, he took my blood, which he had an IV in me just to take my blood. And I was crying still. And he was like, why are you crying? Are you frustrated, or is it just the pain? I was like, it's just the pain. Like, I was just really, really trying to sell it to them. And they sent me home. And I was in such a bad fucking mood when they sent, I was so angry. Like, I seriously threw a temper tantrum like you've never seen before when I got home into my apartment. Like I feel like I've been pretty good the past few weeks. I said, you know, I haven't had a panic attack in a while. Like, I've been pretty good. Oh man, I threw a temper tantrum like nobody's ever seen before in my apartment because it was very bratty of me.
Yeah.
And, you know, I shouldn't have assumed that they would just take out my gallbladder at the hospital.
Fair.
But when you're living with this sort of pain for like years of your life, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Now, whatever. At this point, okay, I got to wait it out.
Yeah.
Whatever happens.
Today's
a new
been
day.
a new day.
It still hurts. Gabby's still being a bitch. But now that I know I'm not going to die, that's comforting.
Right.
Like, they literally
there was
were like,
still
you're
a little bit of
like,
an unknown, like, but it is a little it is reassuring to have the emergency room be like, you will be okay.
Yes,
Like,
because the pain usually
the pain
for me
can
lasts,
warp your
Yeah.
mind.
Well, it's been since Saturday,
Yes,
and
yeah,
now
that's
it's
what I'm
Thursday.
saying.
So I was
Yeah.
like, what if something leaked into me
Right,
and
right,
I'm gonna
right.
die? No, they started telling me they said your anatomy's beautiful. I said, well, first of all, I'm flattered,
Thank
but like.
New show, Rhea's Anatomy.
Yeah, Rhea's Anatomy. I mean, and on top of that, while they're doing the ultrasound, she's like, you mind if my student starts scanning you? The student is just playing around on my stomach.
Yeah.
And she's just laughing.
Teaching hospital.
No joke.
This is Grey's Anatomy.
No joke. For 10 minutes,
Teaching hospital.
the student and the ultrasound tech are just playing around on my stomach.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, look at her. She has a great kidney.
Like, honestly,
No,
at this,
I'm like,
at
are
this
you
point,
joking?
you would make for like a great, like, your story could be on Grey's Anatomy. Like,
Yeah.
your storyline of the pain and like not knowing what's happening.
But
and then-
hopefully a good
No,
ending.
no,
And then they
no,
find out, like,
for sure.
they
If,
find a
if it was
fucking
at
hamster
the
in my
right,
stomach.
the beginning, you can really take the beginning, because if it was
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy, it
The
would have
ending would be bad.
It would be a bad ending,
Yeah.
or like something even worse would be
Right.
wrong. But when in reality, It's the gallbladder.
And I felt bad for the student because she was just having a good time. She didn't know what to do. It's her second week there. So I'm like her second person she's scanning.
Yeah.
She's just fucking throwing jelly on me, like scanning my stomach. She doesn't even know like how to look at my organs. They're just having a good old time. So in my head, while they're doing this, I'm like, I'm clear. They're not doing surgery on me. Like I already started getting the idea that now a student is playing on my body, that there's nothing. They're going to do nothing to me. Somebody came in, there was something wrong with their brain. So I was like,
You're on the bottom of the priority list
the
right now.
surgeon said, GB or the brain, we're going with the brain.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do something about that.
Yeah.
So I was shit out of luck, and I spent 4 hours there. I probably ran up a bill of some sort that I'll have to pay now, that my insurance isn't going to cover all of it. Some ultrasound fucking money and the blood test. And I have a slight UTI, by the way. Like, I was like, fuck off. Like, really? And not even a full one. They said, you got a slight UTI. That's not why I'm crippled over in pain. I've had a million UTIs in my life.
I was going to say, I feel like we just constantly have a slight UTI.
Constantly. I live my life with a slight UTI. So I was like, I don't give a fuck about the slight UTI, lady. Like, that's not why I can't walk. Like, that's not it. So, whatever.
Oh, man.
Now this is the last time we'll hear about GB until it's time for GB to come out.
Right. Correct. So we got some time
and no
now,
drugs,
a few weeks.
by the way. Like, you,
right.
listen,
they weren't like, hey, we can give you this for the pain. They said take Tylenol.
Because I feel like when you go to the hospital in pain and you're in such bad pain, in the back of your mind, you're like, they're going to give me something to get rid of this pain, right? Like, I'm going to the hospital for a reason. I've gone to hospital. This is the second time I've gone to this same
that problem
hospital.
That hospitals have,
no,
you know?
It's a good thing that they're doing that. They shouldn't just be giving drugs to anybody, but like when I'm in serious pain,
it's a one-way street. Your mind's a one-way street.
You're one-way street. You're like, give me anything. And when I went to the hospital on Long Island, multiple times in my life growing up because of stomach pains, they would always give me like morphine or something, right? And the pain subsides a little bit, you feel a little more at ease, and then they figure out what's wrong. You go home, you're like, okay, I'm not like in such a pressing bad mood because they just filled you up with drugs, which I guess, like we said, is not the best thing. But when you're in pain at the hospital, whatever. This hospital that I went to, my second time there, is the second time that they've given me zero, nothing. They didn't even give me they told me, hey, go home and take Tylenol. They didn't even give me Tylenol there.
Yeah.
So that's what really, like, when I left, I was so set off. I was like, I just spent 4 hours there. They didn't even fucking drug me up. I'm still in pain. This shit sucks. So that's that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do more shrooms tomorrow because I deserve it.
It's been a weird week.
Yeah, it has been.
It's been a weird week, but I don't really have anything else to update on because I just feel like,
like that's hard to follow.
It is. It certainly is hard to follow. So we can get into
it. Like,
any
problems I have, I need to go to the hospital.
Fran needs to start throwing some medical issues.
I need something.
You got to start having some problems. Fran lives her life every day like
I've never even really
Have you ever broken a bone either?
No. I've had my arm pulled out of its socket when I was younger because me and my sister were playing house, and my older sister, coincidentally, I was the mom and she was the kid. She's 6 years older than me. And I was going to work, quote unquote, and she was like, "No, mommy, don't go to work." And she pulled my arm out of the socket.
So strong.
Yes. And I went to the hospital, and they said to my dad, they were like, you really shouldn't be swinging your kid around. And my dad was like, I wasn't swinging her around. Her sister pulled her out, and they didn't believe my dad. They were like,
your dad goes to jail.
Yeah, they fucking locked him up, and now he's in jail.
They popped it back in.
Yeah, they popped it back in.
I sprained my ankle falling off my horse once. That was it.
You're a horse?
Your horse?
My horse. You guys know that I was a horseback rider.
I didn't really know that.
Yeah,
but
I've talked about it before.
Like, own a horse? Like it was
No,
your horse?
I did what they call a half lease.
Okay.
So I did you could fully lease a horse.
You don't
but it was like a
anymore.
shared. It was like a shared lease of right now.
Like when's the last time you did?
No, I haven't gone since towards the end of high school.
It's been years.
It has been years. I miss it all the time. I love. It's just where am I gonna go? I got nowhere to go in Manhattan.
Yeah. That seems like
because then it also because you can you could do it. They have shit in Central Park and stuff.
Right,
but that just makes me sad.
Yeah, no, the horses that I see in the city
because I'm like this
sad.
shouldn't they shouldn't be here.
No, they should not be in the city at all. It's sad.
So that makes me sad. So I avoid it. But I think maybe I'm hoping this summer I'll be able to go again. But
riding a horse on the beach seems like
A
That would be
beautiful, majestic.
amazing.
I've
thing.
never done that.
Yeah.
I would like to do that. I
That'd
have
be
never
crazy.
done that. Maybe we make that happen.
Yeah, let's make that happen, Fran. Let's go ride horses on the beach.
Let's make
Although
that
you know how I
happen.
feel about horseback riding.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Scares me ever since that episode of Full House when Michelle
Yeah.
fell off and lost her memory.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I always say, who's the guy who played Superman and got paralyzed when he fell off?
Right.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
It is. It's dangerous.
Everything in life is
Yeah.
I
dangerous.
feel like you're small
You
enough
go
for like,
ski-
like one
skiing.
little
You
bump,
go
could, like,
skiing.
go
Skiing's
flying.
dangerous.
Yeah, I hate skiing because
Yeah,
of that
I-
reason.
yeah.
Could die
Yep.
any second.
I
with
got a
skiing.
really bad concussion skiing once. I missed school for like
See?
2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
dangerous.
I couldn't
That's
like
dangerous.
stand for a while.
No,
Oh my
I.
God.
It's yeah.
It's kind of cool. Like, like I was so out of it that if I like moved my head slightly, I would just like. It
Jeez,
felt like I was
that
really
is
high.
dark.
like,
That is dark. And the fact that he said it was cool was
No.
also concerning.
yeah.
Well,
I get
And
what you're
I had a
saying.
free
Yeah.
pass for the rest of the year. I'd go to the nurse and just be like, my head hurts, and they'd send me home immediately.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that
Yeah.
awesome? I've always wanted to be one of
that
those
happened
kids
to my brother too because
that could get a free pass. Go then
I
they
was
just
just like, oh,
pulled it
like
out.
I would just kind of fake dizzy, and they would send me home.
Oh man, look at you users using the system.
I did that all
Listen.
the time. I would go to the nurse and just like fake sick.
Fran.
My
the amount of
siblings had
times we
my
faked
siblings
sick,
had the best
I
relationship
know.
with the nurse in their high school. They were like the nurse's best friend. Yeah,
Yeah.
they would always go to the nurse.
I know, like the three of us. I can imagine the amount of school days we missed combined.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Did you fake it to your parents in the morning a lot?
of course.
I did it all the time. I would just like the night before. It was like
Oh,
a
you set
whole
the
thing.
scene.
I
You
set
gotta
the
set
scene.
the
The night
stage.
before, you can't just magically.
No, you
You
gotta
have to
set the
like the
stage.
night before, like, oh, I don't know. And
I
then
have
wake
the
up.
fun. I have a picture of it. This was probably my sister. She must have been. She was young. Like it wasn't like high school. It was maybe middle school. And we have a picture of it because it's so funny. She put a note on her bedroom door. So like when my mom went to go she went to go wake up and be woken up in the morning, there was just a note and that it was like all caps. It was like, please do not wake me up. Like I feel so sick. Like if you love me, you won't even knock on the door.
Wow, that's
It
impressive.
worked.
And your mom was just like,
Really?
okay.
Yeah. Well, it was just so dramatic that it was
Yeah.
like, all right, like gotta give it to her.
Yeah, that's impressive. I had the same stomach issues like in high school that I have now. So I
Yeah.
would wake up in the morning and my stomach would hurt and then feel better during the day, or I'd wake up and just throw up in the morning randomly. So my mom would
It
just
would
be like,
mainly
whatever,
just
stay home.
Be sleep for me. I'm like, I just want to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but then the worst is when you can't go back to sleep
Oh,
because you're
yeah.
thinking about, like, my mom didn't care if I stayed home, but I always knew my dad was going to be a little mad. So my dad would go to work at like 4 a.m. and then get home around noon. So I'd have to stay up until
Yeah,
noon
yeah.
just to see his react, like feel him out, come down for lunch, see if he's mad at me, and then I can go take a
But
nap
that
after.
like 12 to 1 when you're like just watching the TV that you never get to watch.
yeah,
and, like,
Full
you have
House
soup.
was on
Yeah.
12
Yeah.
to 1 every single day on Channel 49, ABC Family
Yeah.
at the time.
Price is Right.
So good.
Yeah. Oh. I had a severe Price is Right game addiction on Facebook. I knew every answer. I knew every answer you could imagine
Yeah.
on Price is Right. I knew what the price was. Like I spent my days home
Yeah.
playing Price is Right, memorizing the prices. I had like a whole book
Oh
that I
my
just
God.
would write the prices down. I was sick. It was like that guy on Netflix who like actually memorized the prices.
right,
for
right.
Prices Right,
Right.
not on Facebook. I probably could have like done something good with that,
Yeah.
but
That
it's
is what
Facebook,
it
so
is.
it's not real. Okay,
Okay,
let's get into the topic.
Let's get into topics.
Oh shit, my phone's blowing up. Okay. Let's get to the topics. We got Nick Jonas's new song and announcement for a new album, Emily in Paris. We find out why she got that Golden Globe nomination.
Yeah, we
You're going to
did.
want to hear that. Emma Watson is retiring from
love when you do
acting. Yeah.
You gotta stay tuned for this one, folks.
Sometimes I like giving it away, and sometimes I'm like, you know what? Just wait.
Yeah.
Emma Watson is retiring from acting. Very unfortunate and shocking news with Lady Gaga. Her dog walker was shot and her dogs were stolen. Nicholas Braun put out a calling to Kim Kardashian now that she's a single lady. And we have the location of the new Bachelorette and where it's filming. So let's get into it, starting off with Nick Jonas. Oh, and before we get into all the topics, we are doing a live after show after the Golden Globes on Sunday. You can watch it on our YouTube, Chicks in the Office YouTube. Hello, everybody. We will be doing a live after show for the Golden Globes.
Yes, right after it ends.
Right after it ends. So if you want to see our faces, which if you're listening to this show, I'm sure you do.
Right. We'll be
make sure
talking
you
about
tune
some
in.
bribes.
Yeah, I think it's at 11 p.m. It should be over. So 11 p.m. Chicks in the Office YouTube. We will be live. Make sure you tune in.
Yeah. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler are back, which does give me hope that even though it's all kind of virtual, we get some good stuff.
We're like the Amy Poehler and Tina Fey after show hosts.
Who's Tina Fey and who's Amy Poehler? I think I'm Tina Fey.
I was going to say you're Tina
Okay.
Fey.
Yeah,
And
I
you're
would
Amy
say.
Poehler.
Yeah.
That would make sense. And not just from the hair perspective. Like,
No.
you're not blonde now anyway, but
Yeah.
Tina
I
Fey's
just feel like
taller.
it fits.
Yeah, Tina Fey's taller.
I feel like Amy's like a little goofier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, glad we
let's get
settled
into
that.
it.
Let's get into Nick Jonas.
Let's get into it, starting off with Nick Jonas.
Nick Jonas, his new music is here. We got one new song, and you know he's looking great. He's looking good. You know Nick Jonas takes care of himself, and you know Nick Jonas takes care of his skin. He looks flawless. And if you want great skin, you gotta stop walking up and down the drugstore aisles and the stores and the skincare and all of that, because those products sometimes they don't work for you. You need stuff that's made specifically for you. And that's where Rory comes in. Rory is the sister brand of Roman. It's a digital health clinic for women. It's very easy to connect on there. You can get a personalized skincare treatment just made for you, which is amazing. What you go through your concerns, what you're feeling. You get a free online consultation. You'll hear back from a U.S. licensed physician within 24 hours. And if appropriate, they will prescribe a personalized skincare treatment plan that works just for you and your skin. So instead of looking through labels and doing all of that, this stuff is made for you. You get to tell the doctor, how you feel, what you want to fix, what problem areas you have. You don't have to go to the pharmacy. It's sent right to your door with free 2-day shipping. There's no commitment, so you can cancel at any time. You can go to hellorory.com/chicks to try out a 3-month supply of nightly defense for just $5. It's free to chat with a doctor, and your first order is just $5. That's hellorory.com/chicks. Eligibility requirements and additional terms apply. Nick Jonas, new song came out Thursday at noon. Interesting. I'm not quite sure what the reasoning behind that time was. Maybe they wanted to have enough time before Saturday Night Live. I'm not sure. But first single, Spaceman, has been released. Rhea has not listened to it yet. So let's play the song right now.
I'm into
Sexy. We'll cut it off there because really you just got to get to that one good beat to beat drop, and it's like,
He's like,
yeah.
Nick Jonas is a spaceman. I don't even know what that means.
I don't
but
know
I'm into
either,
it.
but I love it.
I like it. I very much like it.
Sexy.
I think
Good
he's
vibes.
Nick Jonas is.
Nick Jonas solo music is
I want to get Nick Jonas in a rocket ship.
Yeah,
and
it's just-
make him a spaceman.
it's just Nick Jonas's solo music is great because it really gives it is a great outlet for Nick's raunchy side.
Play it again.
It's just should I just play the drop?
Yeah. You
Other
can't
people
play
do
it.
it.
No, you
People
absolutely
don't.
cannot play that.
There's other podcasts here who do. Like BFFs puts whatever in.
No, they don't put-
$1 million worth of
No,
games.
they don't put
play the
songs
so-
in.
They do. Think about it. They played that.
I watch
DaBaby
every
song when he
BFFs.
was-
They don't put the music in the YouTube.
They don't.
Oh, Frank's
No.
an avid.
No, no,
I
they-
watch all the BFFs.
Oh, BFFs. No, but-
BFFs, they do not they specifically have to leave out songs.
Yeah.
They tried to play.
Okay,
They
fine.
were.
I
So
was
you
just-
have to put a different instrument.
I was
They
just
were
trying
gonna
to-
play a clip of Nessa singing. They couldn't play
Yeah.
couldn't play her song. You can't do
That
it.
would be funny if you just were dancing and nothing.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. You'll have to press play on your phones at home if you're watching on YouTube. But that's what I'm saying. Like Nick Jonas, he gets to do this. The Jonas Brothers is like one thing, but with the Nick Jonas solo music, he gets to get into
sexy
this
beast.
Yeah, he gets into this little raunchy. He's got it's the buzz cut.
That's a good shower song.
It is.
It's like, I'm a spaceman.
It is.
Like you're
And
like
now-
washing your body and you're just like feeling all
and
good.
and I feel like there's gonna be some sexy moments in the song because let me read you the track list.
Okay.
First of all, he
you mean
says
the album? His new album
his
that's coming
new
out.
album is coming out March 12th. It's called Spaceman.
Oh my God, soon.
So soon.
2 weeks.
I know. And it's separated into like 4 themes.
Any features or no?
No.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He said that this was like the shit he's been working on by himself. Like everybody's been alone, so he's just been alone, like making this music, writing these songs. The themes are distance, indulgence, euphoria, and commitment.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Now, the distance songs are titled Don't Give Up on Us, Heights, and Spaceman. Indulgence. The 2 songs are Too Drunk and Delicious.
Oh, okay.
Euphoria. These 3 songs are This Is Heaven, Sexual, Deeper Love.
I have chills.
I already know whatever song Sexual is, just already love it. Okay, and then the last one is Commitment, and those 3 songs are If I Fall, Death Do Us Part, and Nervous. So even just from
make me nervous.
even from the titles, I feel like we're learning something.
Yeah, I
he's
feel
just
like-
really giving us a look inside this year of married life and pandemic times.
Jonas is sexy. Mm-hmm. That's all I have to say about that. It's just
That song just did something to Rhea. That was an instant reaction. And there's not even a music video yet. I'm
'Cause that's
assuming
not
when the
like-
music video comes out.
usually when people release songs, like not usually people. It's just sometimes. Sometimes you hear a song, you're like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
that sounds like
Yeah.
a song.
Yep.
You know, that song's fine.
Yeah, doesn't move the
But
needle.
when you picture Nick Jonas being a spaceman, there's something about it. I don't know.
I think it's also so different than the Jonas Brothers.
That's what it is.
And
Yeah,
it's like-
Jonas Brothers
it's-
brings me back to my childhood
Right.
where Nick Jonas singing
yeah.
about.
But even just the
being a
music
spa-
itself, like, is just totally
No, he
different.
does.
Yeah.
His solo stuff is more like R&B. It's a little more vibey. Like it's not as pop. It's not
Yeah.
as poppy.
Yeah.
I did say it
Vibey
sounded like
poppy.
Zayn, which
Poppy.
I didn't mean as an insult. I just thought.
Well, no,
sounded like
it's
Zayn.
not an insult because Zayn is fantastic.
Zayn is
However,
also sexual.
Zayn is very
Did
sexual.
you guys
and
ever
Nick-
hear his Zayn's recent song? What's it called?
I
thought
listened to his whole album, his new album that came out.
I don't know if it was part of his new album, but it was. I was like, oh, this is a good
Zayn
song.
had a new
No,
album
Zayn-
come out recently.
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago.
Wait, I didn't know that.
They had to. They should have done better marketing for that.
Yeah, I
'cause
honestly, wow, I didn't know.
What?
I didn't know that either.
Really?
Me and Noah both did not know that.
Better.
Feel like they
That-
should
His
have
whole
done.
he had a whole album come out.
Did you?
And
listen?
that was poor marketing. Then I'll say
It's called No. The album is called Nobody's Listening.
Oh, it was on. It was, that's
the album's
pretty
called
funny.
Nobody's Listening. Yeah, that's pretty fucking funny. We had no idea the album came out, and the album's called Nobody's Listening.
Yes, I forgot that was. I
no-
forgot that was the name of the album. I did listen
I
to
knew
it.
he
all.
came out with a song.
Yeah, no full album.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Now are Noah and I stupid or
I don't
Did
know.
they
I
not
remember
market
him,
that
I
well?
remember him promoting like something, and I'm like, oh, it's a song. Like, yeah, I didn't know.
This
that
is the
now.
thing. Zayn is such a private guy anyway that you don't see him like he's not doing all the shows. He's not going on podcasts.
yeah,
he's not
poor
you know?
marketing?
Yeah, like
no.
he did. It. You don't see it.
But I also
saw
feel like there are
Gigi
people-
definitely posted a couple stories.
I also feel
about
like
it.
there are people who,
It's
even
11
if they
songs.
did that where they did no promotion at all, it would still be like so big. Like if Harry's, I know like One Direction fans. are really-
Don't do it, Noah. Backtrack.
Yes, yeah.
Backtrack.
I'm just
Don't
saying.
do it. Don't do it. They're
do
all
it to
beautiful on their own.
But
no,
I was gonna say Better on. I liked Better. I thought that was a really good song.
Yes.
On that. That's the one
That's
I
all,
heard.
that is song is on that album.
Yeah.
Now that's what I was saying to Noah. I was like, Zayn does that R&B like bedroom vibe, which is great. But like Nick Jonas's first solo album was also very similar to that, which Noah hasn't listened to. So
Everybody can do a bedroom vibe.
yeah, well, it's set like it's sexy.
Pillow talk.
It's pillow talk.
Mm-hmm.
They're similar. Very happy for Nick Jonas. I can't believe like the album's coming out already so soon. Already ordered my Spaceman long sleeve tee. I was hoping to get Nick's face on a t-shirt. Is that so much to ask?
You can make that yourself.
Yeah, I definitely can make that myself, but I like to support him. But I got the
Do you think
long sleeve
DNCE
tee.
is gonna make new music?
Yeah.
I like that.
The Jonas Brothers, they also put out a tweet because I've had people, like I said the last time we talked about this, people were worried about the Jonas Brothers. The Jonas Brothers, they put out the tweet like, we got enough space for solo stuff together. Don't worry, we have things planned. So I truly don't think people should be worried.
Came out with a solo album, Kevin.
I would love it.
Yeah.
I would love it because I have no idea what that would be. Not a clue.
Like a singer-songwriter album.
Yeah.
Like very folk.
What he should do is like collaborate with maybe a younger up-and-coming artist in the pop world.
Dixie D'Amelio.
Yeah, maybe not Dixie
joke.
D'Amelio, but yes. But something like that where that like he is a part of that production and is part of the songs and plays instruments on it and whatnot, but isn't like center stage.
But it's his time to get the spotlight.
Kevin,
He's never gotten the spotlight.
Yeah,
like the
I don't
full
know.
spotlight.
I don't know if he has the interest.
Yeah, I don't think. I think Kevin's cool with just being a part of the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
I
Like, I
think
think
Kevin
Jonas Brothers
lives and
fulfills his
dies.
musical dream.
Yeah, he lives and dies by the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I respect because I too live and die by the Jonas Brothers. So I understand. Well, thank you, Nick, for a great new song. And we can't wait for the new album.
So, as we all know, when Emily in Paris was announced as one of the nominees during the Golden Globe nominations, we were all very confused. Everyone was like, why on earth is Emily in Paris getting nominated and not other Netflix shows? Or at least that's what my thought was.
Yeah.
It just didn't seem like a Golden
Or other
Globe
shows
type
in
of show
general,
or
yeah.
other shows in general.
Yeah.
Turns out, these mother freakers bribed.
Yeah.
They bribed.
fat bribe.
Fat bribe. Fat bribe.
The Hollywood Foreign Press. So I guess, look, apparently this
Bribe.
apparently this happens like all the
honestly
time
can't-
with the Hollywood Foreign Press.
But this is the first time we're hearing of this.
Yes, yeah.
And now
Actually
I'm
out
thinking about
hard facts.
Yes, hard
Yeah.
facts. And now I'm thinking about every other show that's done this.
Yeah.
It's genius. I'll say, of course, if you're gonna bribe, you're gonna bribe.
If it's the name of the game, like if every
If
show
everyone's
does
doing
it,
right.
then how do you get nominated?
But
Everybody
now
does it.
This makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely does. So this Los Angeles Times report came out saying that a year before the nominations were unveiled, 30 members of the Hollywood Foreign Press flew to Paris, France, where they stayed for 2 nights at the 5-star Peninsula Paris hotel with rooms that start at $1,400 a night. While in the city, the group attended a news conference and lunch at the ultra-exclusive and private, I'm not going to be able to say this right, Musée d'Arts Forains, that's my French, where the series filmed an episode in the latter half of its first season. One member of the Hollywood Foreign Press told the LA Times that they treated us like kings and queens, despite the organization's mandate that forbids members from accepting gifts valued at over $125 for each project. The report claims that Paramount Network, which developed the series before it became a hit on Netflix last year, footed the bill, raising new questions about the Globe's impartiality and voting record, which has long befuddled viewers. This year's nominations drew new significant ire from fans when projects like Emily in Paris and Sia's film Music received attention, and shows like I May Destroy You, which were universally praised and actually explored like real life topics, didn't get any recognition. So here you have it. They flew the Hollywood Foreign Press to Paris. They treated them to this lavish weekend where then when they were filming the show, and what do you know? Here comes your nomination.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I applaud them, but at the same time, it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at the same time, I applaud them. I feel very, very torn on how I feel about this. Like, if you're allowed to do that, then fair game.
Right.
Then
Which
everybody,
they're not. Like,
they're
technically
not, but
they're not.
they're not taking their nomination away.
Right.
And who are you to say
Yeah.
that they're not allowed to do that?
Well, they have a rule.
They
The
do?
organization, I just said, the
Oh,
organization has a mandate that forbids members from accepting gifts valued at over $125.
Right. So that part was like, that to me.
So clearly that's a
when it
rule
was-
they all break.
Right. Like $125. What are they getting them? A few flowers and chocolates?
Yeah, no, that's not
Like an edible arrangement sent
right.
to them? Like
Yeah,
that's not going to
please
get the
nominate-
nomination.
yeah, here's a nice
The nomination's going to come when you spend $1,400 a night on a room in Paris.
for
and
30 people.
For 30 people. That's a lot of fucking money. Emily in Paris must have a huge budget.
30 people.
30 people. That is why they got the nomination. Now, if it wasn't
clarity we needed.
allowed, then that's on the Hollywood Foreign Press's fault. Like that's their.
Well, that's the thing. That's what everyone's saying.
if
They're
they accepted it-
insanely corrupt.
Yeah, if they accepted it
Yes.
and then they still nominated them,
Correct.
that is their
The Hollywood Foreign Press is fucked. They're
Yes,
extremely
they're
corrupt.
fucked. I do not blame Emily in Paris though.
Paramount Network.
Like Paramount Network. I'm not like, whoa, why did you guys do that?
Right.
They put an offer out. They wanted
Right.
to feel it out, and
They're
they
doing what
accepted
everybody
it.
else did.
They did, except the Hollywood Foreign Press accepted it, and
Yeah.
they shouldn't have because it was way over $125.
Yeah.
What are they supposed to give them a gift certificate to
I-
a restaurant?
yeah, I-
$125.
I feel like-
I'm confused.
I feel like this
what a random
year,
number. It should
I
be like
know.
1,000. You know, 1,000. Like
If
these
you're
are
gonna-
rich people.
If you can give
100
any kind of gift.
Any kind of gift, it should be tops 1,000.
Right.
$125.
Yeah. Look,
That's
this-
that's a normie gift. That's
Right.
That's crazy for
Yeah.
that to be the cutoff. But now we realize how corrupt award shows are. This is clearly the deal for everybody.
No, I this is where the problem is. I feel like the Golden Globes has been doing this for forever, but they've always been I'm sure shows have bribed the Hollywood Foreign Press, but they've been good shows that people weren't like, okay, this makes sense. We like these shows, we watch them, these movies are good, whatever. But now we're at the point where if you're going to be throwing Emily in Paris in the mix, people are going to be like, well, you can't be that obvious. If you're going to run your system on bribes, which is what they've been doing, you can't be letting Emily in Paris squeak through. But Emily in Paris put up the big bucks, clearly. So
yeah, they had the money. I almost
ridiculous.
feel less crazy after finding this out because
Yeah.
we were both like, why the fuck is Emily in Paris being nominated?
Right.
Like, I genuinely didn't really enjoy it. I know other people did, but as for Netflix shows, it wasn't up there for me.
Right.
Doesn't even crack my top 5 or top
No,
10.
it was enjoyable.
So,
Like
yeah, it
I'll
was
watch a
fine.
second season, but it was like I wasn't like,
fine.
wow, that's that show deserves awards.
Yeah.
And that should
You
be an
weren't dying
award-winning
for
show.
Emily.
But it's just it was
You
like
weren't printing out
yes.
shirts that you would put your life on the line for Emily.
Right, correct. This year specifically, and like this article had said too, not even like Emily in Paris, Sia's movie Music, the one that she cast Maddie
Yes.
Ziegler in at
Yeah.
playing an autistic role.
Yeah.
That like so many.
Wasn't Kate Hudson involved?
Yes,
with that?
she's nominated too.
What?
So many
nominated for that?
Yes, so many people.
Oh my goodness.
Were there were
I can't believe they're
petitions to
nominated
end that
for that.
movie to make sure that
Yeah.
like that movie had so much controversy around it. And like people were really so unhappy. The movie's nominated and Kate Hudson is nominated.
Damn, and she just
fucking kidding?
apologized for it.
That's
Yeah.
insane. And you know what? But just on that note, did you see the interview with Sia? Because a lot of people were like going after Maddie Ziegler
Right.
because
Well,
of the
then
part
Sia
she played.
handled the whole thing
But then-
horribly,
no,
too.
But then Sia said in an interview, she said that Maddie was hysterical crying one day while they were on set or whatever, and they were gonna film it, and Maddie was hysterical crying, and she was like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to
Yeah.
do this, and Sia was like, why? And she was like, well, I don't want people to think I'm making fun of them, like I really
Yeah.
don't want to do this, and Sia was like, no, it's okay, and like told Maddie it was okay. So it's clearly
I don't blame Maddie at
No,
all.
exactly,
Sia,
that's the thing, like it was Sia's
like,
fault, but
yeah.
people were shitting on Maddie Ziegler, and
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
when you're 14 years old at the
Yeah.
time and you're hysterical crying that you don't want to do it, first of all, having that
Yeah.
awareness at 14
Yeah.
years old, and then somebody being like, an adult is like, oh
Yeah.
no, it's okay, you're probably going to listen to the adult who's like, no, it's okay, I'm Sia, believe me.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is kind of fucked
Right,
up
so
on that movie.
that's
It's crazy.
shady to say
Yeah.
the least. That they've got a nomination as
Yeah.
well. Don't
well,
really know
anyways,
how that
watch our
happens.
Golden Globes live after show on
Yeah,
Sunday night.
imagine if Emily in Paris won.
Oh, They might with the way they treated them like
Yeah.
kings and queens. They said they were treated like kings. If
Kings and queens, they might have gotten the vote. They
If
could
you
have
say
secured the vote.
we were treated like kings and queens, there's really nothing better than that, you know?
Yeah. Look, it's very possible. So, like we said, tune in.
Tune
into our Golden Globes after show because we will for sure be diving into this depending on what happens.
For sure.
What with the winners.
We may go.
Now I'm almost rooting for chaos.
I'm actually.
Oh, I think
I'm
it'd be so
rooting.
funny if they won.
I think
for
I'm
Emily
rooting
and
for
Paris
for
to
chaos.
win just so we can get mad at it.
I know, which sucks.
That's fucked up that I know I'll get mad at
Yeah.
it, but I kind of want some chaos.
I
to
finally
happen.
finished Schitt's Creek and I had put it off for so long because I
Yeah.
had like 5 episodes left. And I was like, I enjoyed it so much that I was like, I really don't want this to end. Like, I'm going to be sad when it's over. So I pushed it. And then finally this week I finished it, like bawled my eyes out, watched the Netflix documentary at the end and like everything, cried during that too. So now I'm like, if they don't win everything, I'm going to be pissed for
they'll
chaos.
win. They're gonna win.
Yeah,
They'll win
well,
everything.
I hope so. I hope so.
Well, I watched the documentary before I never finished Schitt's Creek, but I watched the documentary and I thought it was great.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I cried hysterically during the documentary.
Just
but
like the fact that family was able to do that together. Anyway, all right.
Yeah,
I don't need to talk about
anyways,
it.
tune in to the Golden
Yeah,
Globe
yep.
live after show
Yep.
Sunday night. Chicks in the Office YouTube. We're about to get into talking about Emma Watson, and we all know she went to Brown, but we all know that she probably doesn't have student loans because she's Emma Watson and she was Hermione and she has all that money from Harry Potter and she doesn't have to worry about student loans. But some of us do, okay? Some of us have to worry about student loans. And with today's low interest rates, it's a great time to refinance your student loans. Earnest offers low rate student loan refinancing, and you can check your rate risk-free in just 2 minutes. With Earnest, you get radically flexible payments and you could pick your loan term. By refinancing, you can reduce your loan term, save money, or combine multiple loans into a simple monthly payment. And if you have questions, you can even talk to a real live human at Earnest for help. So right now, Earnest is offering our listeners a $100 cash bonus. Refinance your student debt at earnest.com/chicks. Terms and conditions apply. Now, Earnest is giving our listeners a $100 cash bonus. Like I said, go to earnest.com/chicks. Terms and conditions apply. Once again, a $100 cash bonus if you refinance your student loans with Earnest. Earnest.com/chicks. Terms and conditions apply. Visit earnest.com/chicks for more details. Terms and conditions apply. Earnest student loan refinancing made by Earnest Operations LLC, NMLS number 1204917, California refinancing law license number 6054788, 303 2nd Suite, 401 North San Francisco, California 94107. Visit earnest.com/licenses for a full list of licenses. So this isn't really shocking at all. It seems like Emma Watson will be retiring from acting. She's not seeking out any more roles. This is what she said in an interview of some sort with the Daily Mail.
Yeah.
Her career has been dormant, and she won't be looking to be an actress any longer.
Sometimes I'm very confused by Emma Watson. Everyone knows I don't keep it a secret how much I love Harry Potter. So I've always had an attachment to Emma Watson, and the last few years have just been like kind of confusing as to what exactly she is doing because and there's rumors, and I hate when there's rumors because rumors like this aren't great, like that she's hard to work with and tough on set. Like with Little Women, there was all these rumors that the rest of the women of the cast all got along, they did press together, like it was a good thing. Emma Watson was on the outside of that, wasn't involved, didn't hang out with them, was like not a thing. That's alleged. Don't have that. That's just, you read that. I believe, Dumois has posted about it a billion times. But now people have kind of been asking more about Emma Watson. She's had this boyfriend for a while now. People think she's engaged. But she pops on and off from the acting thing. Like, I don't think she'll stop acting forever. But sometimes she's just like, you know what, acting's not for me, and she stops. It's like when she went to college, she went to Brown and she was like, I'm not gonna act anymore, and then she came back and did more stuff.
I feel like when you are as successful as Emma Watson and you have that money in the bank, you're comfortable. She really, I would assume, never really has to worry about money ever again from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
That would be my assumption.
She also never had like a normal life.
Yeah, so I feel like it's kind of just like, Harry Potter, she was so young.
So young.
I feel like it's kind of like whatever to her.
Right.
If she acts, she acts. If she doesn't, she doesn't. She's just living her life. Whatever she wants to do, she's going to do it.
Yeah, I feel
Emma
like
Watson is always somebody I wanted to look like when I was growing up.
Same, she's beautiful, but she And I think it's funny because we always talk about child stars and like how that affects you in your older life. But I think we kind of forget about the Harry Potter kids sometimes. I don't know why. They're just not really in that conversation all the time. But like they should be. They were so young when they started those movies. And for Emma Watson, incredibly young girl in this movie cast, and such a massive franchise, and everybody sees her and looks at her and says Hermione Granger. So it's like you probably are like, I don't want to do. I'm done.
Right.
Pop in, pop out. So I don't know. It's hard. I would
love
love
watch
to.
the Harry Potter movies now.
I know.
You're talking about her.
I would love to have like a one-on-one with Emma Watson, but she's
her
pretty
in,
quiet.
This Is the End. She had
Yeah,
a
great.
character.
Great.
That was
Fantastic.
great.
Beauty and the Beast, amazing.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast is
amazing.
awesome. One day I will watch all the Harry Potter movies.
I always forget that that's something you haven't done.
I haven't
That's
done
okay.
it, but one day I will.
Absolutely terrible news. This was like, I read this headline and couldn't believe what I was reading. Wednesday night, Lady Gaga's dog walker. Lady Gaga, I believe, is like in Italy right now. She's doing business in Italy. And Lady Gaga's dog walker was taking her 3 French bulldogs out for a walk a little before 10 p.m. by his home, not by her home, by his home. And he was shot 4 times. And 2 of the dogs were stolen, and 1 dog was not. There's kind of like footage of the police arriving afterwards, and he's on the ground and he has one of the dogs. But it's absolutely horrific. And good news is I think he is okay. The last I read was that he was in the hospital, but he was doing well. So thank God for that. But like, what is wrong with people just plucking French bulldogs off the street?
Honestly, this is insane for so many different reasons. One, obviously, that this guy was shot and the dogs were stolen. Like you want these dogs so badly that you shot somebody, and also these poor dogs are being put into a harmful situation because they're being stolen by an absolute crazy person.
Yeah.
And also, did this person track down Lady Gaga's dog walker on purpose?
Right.
Did they know this was Lady Gaga's dog walker? Did they think this was just some random person on the street?
Yeah.
It's I would assume they knew it was Lady Gaga's dog walker.
They had to know. And this reminds me of the Kim Kardashian thing. Like,
I would think so too.
In Paris, like, where she is and like how much she's worth.
Yeah.
I would think so too. And Lady Gaga has she's posts about the dogs. They know what the dog looks like. But like, how do you find out who Lady Gaga's dog walker? It's
stalk.
It's crazy. But there's also this weird, I don't know. I think French bulldogs are so popular right now, and they go for so much money. Like you can get a French bulldog you could buy them for like $10,000.
What?
Yeah.
High demand?
What?
Yeah.
That
like
high
if you
of a
get
demand
if you
for
get
French
one of these
bulldogs?
like blue
Maybe Lady
purebred like one of these blue purebred French bulldogs, they are really expensive. And so this isn't the first time this has happened. I don't know if either one of you saw this, but I saw it on a lot of Instagram accounts like over the last month. Was this woman, I believe she was in like the San Francisco area. She had like a 10-month-old French bulldog puppy. And the dog's name is Chloe, and she got attacked and the dog stolen from her, and like the shit beat out of her.
What?
Like she
For
posted
her French bulldog?
for the French bulldog. She was bruises, beat up. Like she posted pictures of her face being like, this is what happened to me. I don't think the dog has been found. It's been a while now.
God.
It's been like, I want to say a month, if not more than that. Like she has posted so much. She made an Instagram account. She posts all of it. She has a reward for anybody that finds the dog. But like, this is a weird thing now that people are, I think, specifically targeting French bulldogs because they have like a market value.
That is extremely crazy.
It's crazy.
I haven't heard that before, but it makes me really sad for everybody involved besides the crazy person. Obviously, Lady Gaga, who, trusts that her dogs are going to be taken care of. Obviously, you can't blame the guy for this situation, but she just thinks, Oh my God!
I'm
for
showing
her
Rhea
French
the picture.
bulldog?
Yeah,
That's disgusting.
If you don't
But-
know, find Chloe the Frenchie on Instagram. This woman, her dog was robbed at gunpoint, and they stole her 5-month-old Frenchie puppy at the beginning of January, and she's posting, pictures of what happened to her and her getting beat up. And
that's gonna make me cry.
it's terrible.
I'm
It's-
picturing these dogs
I
being
know, it's-
snatched
ugh.
up, and they don't know what's gonna happen to
No,
them.
and you don't
then
know, like,
I'm
if the-
picturing Norman.
Well, you don't know if the dog's
getting
okay.
stolen,
You don't know,
and-
like, if
and
they
he doesn't know,
killed the dog or like it's.
and
I
he's
know.
missing me, and he doesn't know where he is,
It's
and he's
terrible.
stuck with a crazy person. And they do something bad to him. That's such a
It's
terrible feeling.
It's awful.
So scary.
I mean, they're like with guns, like they're shooting people. Lady Gaga's dog walker,
and
this
if they're
guy Ryan
shooting
Fisher,
people, think about what they're doing to the
killed.
dogs.
Not killed, but I'm saying like they're potentially.
You yelled "killed" twice.
I know. I yelled
Alive.
killed.
That
He's
was
alive.
Yeah,
He is
he's
alive.
alive. Frank goes
Right.
killed.
No, but
It's
I'm saying
well,
like
no,
they're.
slow down.
I meant. I know. I meant
I
that
didn't
they're
actually-
going
Shot.
in with the
Shot.
intention to like potentially kill a person
Right.
over a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would assume they're not killing the dogs because they want the money for the dogs.
Well,
but still, you don't know what
yeah.
they're doing
They
to them.
want, like, they probably knew it was Lady Gaga's dog, and they're like, let's get it, and then she'll pay us a ton of money.
Yeah,
to get
I
it
mean,
back,
Lady
which
Gaga
she-
has put up $500,000, no questions asked, for the dogs to be returned, which is, you understand.
I
Those are her
understand, but it's a
babies. She wants her
dangerous-
dogs back, but it is scary because you worry about like thieves or bad people who are like, well, we're just gonna start fucking stealing celebrities' dogs because they're gonna hold them for ransom.
And now they know that Lady Gaga will give $500,000 if
Yeah,
they
like, it
take
could happen again.
Yeah,
It's
like if they
terrifying.
take him again,
Yeah.
it's like I'll just give you more money.
So
Dangerous,
oh, God.
dangerous game to be played. But also, I understand she wants her dogs back. No questions asked.
I mean,
How does that
how
even work?
hard
Like,
is that?
How would she get them the money and like they
I
wouldn't
mean,
get arrested?
No, correct. However, like,
we'll
this
drop
is
the
this
dogs off.
hackers fucking hold companies for ransom. Like, they get away with this shit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they end up just paying. They're
Yeah.
like, we're just gonna pay you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
here's a check.
Or like
Yeah,
wire Bitcoin to this
Yeah,
account,
right.
like, and it's untraceable.
There's a way to do that.
Yeah.
But very, very sad situation. Hopefully we hear better news about it. But for right now, it sounds like,
Right.
first of all, the guy was not killed.
Thank
so let's
God the
reiterate
dog
that.
walker is okay.
Yeah.
Like,
Kill.
Yeah. Like,
Kill.
I know. I
repeated
just
not once, twice she yelled
And then
killed.
she's like, well, not killed, but
well, not killed.
well, now
it's
how
just
can we
like-
believe anything you say?
No, he is, yes. As of right now, hope it stays the same, that he is okay.
Yeah.
The reports say that he is, quote, recovering well in a hospital. So you hope, and he was like responsive when police got to the scene. But that guy, like, you're just minding your own business, taking the dogs for a walk, shot on the street, dogs stolen.
Crazy. And now I wonder, obviously the whole thing is very sad, but now you wonder, how does Lady Gaga like compensate her dog walker? Because now he was hurt while walking her dogs. He was shot while walking her dogs.
I'm assuming
What
this guy is
gonna
retire from the dog
they need to
walking
wear like
business.
bulletproof vests.
right. Is he
Right,
gonna
like,
walk
how
around
crazy
walking the
is
dogs
that?
again? Is she gonna pay him $500,000? I
my
feel like he
God.
deserves it for that
Yeah,
traumatic
sure. He should
experience.
get like his hospital bills, everything.
Yeah,
Oh
everything
yeah,
should be covered
well
by Lady Gaga. I'm assuming she would.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I would absolutely think so.
But that's sad because now Lady Gaga, she's dealing with her own
yeah.
trauma from
Yeah.
this situation,
Well, we
but
hope the
now
dogs
also has
are
to take
okay.
care.
We
Yeah,
don't know
for her
anything
dogs.
about the dogs. That
But
were
also now she
taken.
has to take care of her dog walker who was shot.
Yep.
Unfortunate,
Crazy,
very sad
crazy
situation.
story. Last topic before we get into it. Just want to remind you guys, St. Patrick's Day right around the corner. Yep. Time to get your drinking gear on.
Yeah.
And your drinking gear should come from the Barstool store. If you need some green, we got tons of t-shirts, sweatshirts, anything you need. You want to look good, you're ready to go, you're getting festive. The Barstool Sports store has you covered this St. Patrick's Day. You'll look great. You look stylish. I know, like, Brianna has got some great St. Patrick's Day merch that I feel like you guys would all love. So go check that out. Shop store.barstoolsports.com to shop the collection. Nicholas Braun, we love him.
Love
We're ending on a
Nicholas
lighter
Braun.
note. This was a funny video. Nicholas Braun posted an Instagram video, which was just kind of like a shoot your shot moment with Kim Kardashian. He's like talking about Kim Kanye divorce. He's like, there just so happens to be a super tall man out there who, you know, could treat you well.
Should we play the clip?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably
Play the
better to
clip.
play it instead of me attempt to reenact the entire thing. So, yep.
Oh, gosh. This Kim and Kanye divorce news is it's just bumming me out. God damn. It's just, why, you know? Why? And it hurts to think about how they're feeling and how she's feeling. I mean, I'm wondering at this point, like, where do they even go from here? Like, where does she go from at this moment? Like, how does she, you know, because she's been through 3 marriages now, and it's like, are you willing to even take a shot on a new guy at this point? Like, would you be down to meet a new person, totally just kind of different guy, and one who could, you know, make you laugh a little bit or make you feel small because he's so tall, or you know, just a guy who's reaching out on it, you know, talking about her on the internet, like a video, like make a guy who makes a video like this, and he's just sort of like trying to find a way to just talk to her because he doesn't know anybody who knows her. And so he's just sort of like making a video that might like possibly penetrate her, not the right word choice, but enter her sphere of, you know, and she might see him and she might go, this is kind of different. You know, this guy is odd, but maybe in a good way. And he goes to himself, yeah, you're right. Like, there's something real here, and there's something good, and there's a deep understanding between these two souls. And she's like, I'm not sure about all that. That seems like a little intense so quickly. And he's going, I was just kidding. I was joking about that. We are just 2 people who both were born at some point. And she's like, okay, yeah, that is, I guess, true. And he's like, well, let's not talk through our minds like this anymore. Let's meet up. And she's like, all right. So could something like that happen for her is all I'm wondering, really. Crazy times, you know.
Hilarious. I love this guy. Anytime he posts a long form video on Instagram, must watch.
Yes.
Like, I stop what I'm doing and I watch the whole thing because I know it's going to be funny.
They are always hilarious. I remember one time he posted about how girls would always be like, run me over. And
that's my favorite one.
And let's play,
I'm down.
Yeah, let's play that one.
Hey guys, I just wanted to make this video and address something that's been going on in my comments a little bit and in my messages. There's been a bunch of people saying they want me to hit them with my car, like in a sexy way, or like stomp on their neck with my Crocs, or slap them in the face, you know, these kind of like violent, sexy type things. But the car thing is really concerning, and I just wanted to say, I'm down. Like, let's figure it out, because I want to help. So, you know, for me, the only thing is just like I don't want the car to get damaged that much, and I don't want a ton of blood on the car and things like that. Like, if we can find a way to do it where you can just pop off the hood, like really lightly, and fly through the air and get all the stuff you need out of it, and then land not too bad, you know, not too badly. And I'm just thinking about hospital bills and all that stuff, and I just don't want to get into insurance problems and everything. But whatever you need, I'm here to help. and it could be fun.
He's just Nicholas Braun is great.
appreciation segment.
Yeah, if you are not on the Nicholas Braun train,
Yeah.
then you must get on the Nicholas Braun
Yeah.
train. We have been a fan of Nicholas
I've
Braun
liked him since Minutemen. I would just
Sky
like that
High,
out.
Well,
baby.
we
Yeah,
have
Minutemen.
been fans of Nicholas Braun for a while because he followed Chicks in the Office.
First
He's
famous person to
one of the
follow us.
Yeah, like before
First.
famous person to follow us, we maybe had like a couple of thousand followers.
Yeah.
Nicholas Braun followed us
And our personal accounts.
and then I was at Rolling Loud Festival where I was in a trailer and Nicholas Braun was in the trailer.
Yeah.
And Hank went to go talk to him and I was like, oh my God, we've always joked about Nicholas Braun
Yeah.
like at being our first famous follower. This is my time to go up to him.
Yeah.
So I went up to him and I was like, hey, and this is after Succession was like a big hit.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey.
He's firmly cousin Greg at this point.
Yeah, he's cousin Greg at this point. I'm like, you follow Chicks in the Office. You follow my account. And he was like, I do. He's like, you and Fran. And he totally like brushed Hank to the side to the point where Hank just walked away. Hank was like done with the conversation because he didn't say that.
Yeah.
He didn't know anything about Hank.
Yeah.
Like Hank went up to him as a fan of
Yeah,
Succession.
yeah.
So then I started talking to him and we're just talking about Chicks in the Office. He's like, you guys are great. Like, he's like, I've been following for a while. He's like, I love
Long time.
Barstool, blah, blah, blah. So then I'm like, I'm all in on Nicholas Braun. I have this great selfie of us together. I'm like, let's take a picture. We're chatting for the rest of the night. Great vibes. The next night I go back, I see him again, and I see him dancing to Lamborghini High by A$AP Rocky. And now when I see, when I listen to that song, I just picture Nicholas Braun fucking like just like vibing
having the time
at
of
a
his
table,
life.
having the time of his life.
Also,
And
he had that great pizza review cameo.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was gonna
that
say
happened
then after that, I was like, okay, now we're on like a friendly level with Nicholas Braun. I've seen him 2 days in a row. We're like friendly now, whatever. A few weeks later, I see him walking into the Barstool office with Caleb. I'm like, wait. He's like, what? And we're like pointing at each other. I'm like, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, Caleb's showing me around. I'm like, you keep popping up out of nowhere, Nicholas Braun.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, a few weeks after that, they come back from doing a pizza review and they're like, Rhea, you'll never guess who just popped up in our pizza review. Nicholas Braun.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy just pops up everywhere, and
it was so funny that he
So
didn't like
funny.
he didn't
Well,
say
because
I'm
he
like
is incredible.
he just was like I'm a
like,
big fan.
yeah.
Of you.
And then Frankie
a
said,
hilarious,
you sound
awkward
like
person.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
you
cousin
sound like
Greg.
Cousin Greg.
And
Yeah.
Frankie
I
said to
am.
him, he said, you sound like cousin Greg from Succession. And Dave was like, and before he said I am, Nicholas Braun was like, you like that show? And Dave was like, yeah, it's one of my favorite shows. And he's like, well,
he's like,
I'm in
"That's
it.
me,
I'm
yeah,
cousin Greg. And they were like, no shit. Like, what? Because the mask and everyone was wearing a mask
Oh,
or whatever.
man.
And he pulled down his mask because he was like, it's me. I'm cousin Greg. So Nicholas Braun is just awesome. He really is. He's so funny.
He's so funny.
Succession is obviously a great show. If you haven't watched it,
After that
You have to watch
video, after I watched this video, I went back and watched the bachelor party episode.
of Succession.
where they were
oh
in the-
yes.
Kim Kardashian
I
is
watched
also
the,
just the last person you would think he would make a video like that about.
Right.
Like at first when I was watching,
It's
I
Kim
was,
Kardashian. Everybody
Right.
wants Kim Kardashian.
At first I was like, he's talking about Kim Kardashian. Like,
he's really going. He's going for it.
Yeah,
like Kim Kardashian
so
is
funny.
the one.
Yep.
I watched the episode the other day because I started rewatching it when. Well, I don't want to spoil it, and I won't spoil it for people. But the episode where Tom is throwing the water bottles at him, you know what I'm talking about. I won't say anymore.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
one, seriously, I think one of the greatest scenes in the history of TV. It's just an all-time episode.
Just can't wait
that
for the new
Bachelor
season to
episode where
start.
he did like however many lines of coke and he was just freaking out.
Yeah. He's a great guy.
And the way he films the videos too make me laugh because they're really close to his face.
Yeah.
And it's like he's just talking to himself. And it got a lot of attention. I would not be surprised if Kim Kardashian was sent that video. And I feel like Kim Kardashian would also watch Succession. I feel like that show's right up her
definitely.
alley.
Or one of the Kardashians.
Succession is a huge show.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody is bound to have watched that and sent that to her. But like the comments, it got a lot of notice. Like celebrities were commenting on it. Like Demi Lovato had commented like a bunch of laughy faces. Justin Long said, "Rooting for you two crazy kids who were born and have very different heights." Lily Reinhardt said, "Give her a little time, she'll come around." And Hillary Duff commented, "Nick, you're fucking in, bro."
I think people just love him.
I think so,
I think
too.
they love him, and I don't
think
blame
so,
them.
too.
We love him too.
How could you not? It's just, I want to see if there's any like, "Nick, you're fucking in, bro." Just really makes me laugh. She'd be absolutely insane to pass up this opportunity.
I really hope Kim Kardashian acknowledges
I
this.
wonder, like, if he wrote that out or he just like went off the cuff the whole time.
I think he's an off the cuff kind of guy on these videos.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot what he said. When he wanted to penetrate her sphere, like he was like, "No, I want to like enter her first, like enter her world." Like, I was dying. He was like, he's like, "I want to penetrate, like enter her." Like,
he's one of the good ones,
man.
Nicholas Braun.
He is. He really is.
All right, that wraps up today's episode of Chicks in the Office. We hope you have a fantastic weekend. Maybe get your sex on with Nick Jonas' new song called Spaceman. Maybe test that out. Get your sex on with yourself, maybe, with that song. Who knows what Fran's going to do this weekend. All right, everybody, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you on Monday.